Okay, Carmen, this is your Moldavite rose quartz that Miss Sandra gave to me to put underneath the microscope. And she said that you're going to be sending her a couple of more pieces that you wanted to see under the microscope too. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me go zoom way out. We'll take a first close look. Let me get set up here. Okay. Wow, yeah, it's a little bright, so I can change that.
It's okay, it looks good on the video.
So, here's how, oops. So,
wire.
it's underneath the microscope and it's projecting to my monitor here. So I can see it underneath binoculars here, but for everybody to see, that's the wire, and here's the surface of your Moldavite. Kind of cool. I can focus in. Matter of fact, I'll take a picture of that. So I snap a picture right here, and it saves it. That's this one right here, and I have to go back to video. That's right there. So this is the surface of your Moldavite, and Miss Sandra always likes me to polish it up, and so we can see inside. You're right.
Ruined it.
Yes. So to see inside your Moldavite, we use a fluid that has a refractive index that is the same or very similar to the refractive index of Moldavite. And what that does is it actually washes the texture off so we can see deep inside the Moldavite. We can focus inside the Moldavite. Now, there's always some debris on the surface of the Moldavite. So if you see something floating,
no matter how much you clean it.
Yeah, so now you can see we're
Looks
already
like
seeing.
get on the other side of the wire.
Yeah, I'll move it here. Yeah, that's the wire on the back side. These are bubbles inside, so you can already see we're seeing inside, but really, and you can see the fluids moving along here.
No, I mean the fluid's not on the other side of the wire, but that's okay. You probably have plenty.
Did I get fluid on the other side of the wire? Okay, but you can already see bubbles. We haven't even focused down in yet. So, oops, sorry. I'm gonna move this around just a little bit so I can get piece up here away from the wire a little bit. You can see bubbles all over the place, but that's not the really cool part. Let's focus down in here. And I gotta bring it into focus a little bit. Wow. So you see some longer bubbles and some rounder bubbles. And as I was telling some other folks that when the meteorite hit in Germany, it spewed molten material towards the Czech Republic and the top of Austria. And when it was doing it, this glass, this Moldavite was molten, and as it's going through the air, it's cooling, and it trapped air inside of there. And these longer ones are like long balloons. They were stretched out. And they got frozen when they were stretched out, this high energy state. But if you stretch a balloon out, what's it want to do? It wants to come back into a sphere. And so if it's hot enough for long enough, the bubble can come back into and become a sphere. I know, Sandra, you don't really want me to tell you all this stuff. But anyway, so there's people say you can't have round ones, but you can. You can have round ones and elongated ones. And look, so you see this right here? This right there is what Miss Sandra calls the wigglies, and that is so characteristic. I'm going to try and zoom into that space right there. Hopefully I move this correctly. There we go. And okay, so there's a couple things.
Oh, you lost it.
I didn't lose it. It's still there. Okay.
Oh.
So
looks like a centipede.
Yeah, there are actually a lot of them. Okay, so what happens is, so as I was telling you, the Moldavite's cooling, and it's actually, when it's doing that, it's locking in some stresses, it's freezing, and all this is really stress lines. But this right here, if I can focus properly, so the stress lines often hide the wigglies, which are contaminants that are in Moldavite. Ooh, I can't get back to it. Okay, we'll have to find another one that is not buried inside so much stress.
Looks like an alien landscape, doesn't it?
It does look like an alien landscape. Okay, so I also wanted to show you, let's move it around a little bit more. We can see, ooh, big bubble, more wigglies. I'm gonna move it this way. Whoa. By the way, we're in our brand new lab. We're actually just setting this lab up. We had to expand. So many people wanted us to verify all kinds of different gemstones. Wow, check at that. So you see all the little tiny bubbles and big bubbles. So look, here's the thing. I can focus deeper and deeper into the Moldavite, and you can see that like that bubble becomes really clear because it's further in the Moldavite. And then other bubbles become less sharp because they were towards the surface. So if we focus on this one, and now it's way down inside the Moldavite, and then these towards the surface. So in other words, as the bubbles are at different depths, and you can focus in at different levels of the Moldavite. It's kind of interesting. What do you think, babe? Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Hey, I should have captured some more pictures. Okay, I'll get one here. So that's this piece. I'm gonna move it. Oops, took it off of live because it captured a picture. So let's just kind of move around here. We're gonna show them some other parts of his Moldavite.
Oh, that's neat.
It is.
It looks like a little face. Frog. It's like clouds. There you go.
Is that pretty neat or what? I'll take a picture there too. So we aren't completely set up in the new lab, but we're expanding it. We're gonna have some really cool new features to come.
And some painting to do.
Yeah, we got some painting the walls to do.
Yeah.
We got this
Like,
place.
is it pink or is it purple?
We got this place at a good deal. Whoops, I snapped a picture. I take it back live. We got a good deal at this place, but
okay, we don't need to make a Netflix video here.
I do. Okay, so that's one of your Moldavites. That is and Miss Sandra will clean all that up. That's your Moldavite Herkimer. Now you're getting a Moldavite selenite, and this is the Moldavite for that piece.
Not selenite.
I'm sorry. You said Moldavite Super 7?
No. What is it?
I'm
Dang it. It's sugarlight.
Moldavite with sugarlight. Okay. So
I couldn't think of it either.
So let's take a peek at this piece. I'm going to turn. Ooh, isn't that cool?
Oh,
let's zoom out. When you zoom in, I need to kind of turn the light down just a little bit and focus it in, focus it out.
It has a lot of texture.
It does. And since it has some different heights, it's a little harder to focus on. So let's kind of pull it up like this. I have a lot of practice at this. This piece has some, oops, doesn't want to move on me. Okay, so let's kind of come down in here and take a peek a little closer.
You have to put the fluid stuff on.
I will. Just a second. I wanted to get a good look at the surface. Look at that surface. There you go. You can actually see bubbles here. You see that bubble there, and you can see a bubble there. You know, it's really hard to see bubbles when the surface isn't polished. I'm gonna take a snapshot of that one. Oh, and you can see, so there's bubbles inside of here. So let's flush this with some refractive index fluid. By the way, I'm going to make a video to show everybody how to do this at home without sophisticated equipment. You know, it won't be as good, but there's some ways that you can use.
I wonder if dish soap with the refract.
I just didn't mean to do that. Oh, look at all the bubbles inside of there. Now ignore this here and this here. There's some debris floating around because that fluid, you know, is running around. And you can see like there's a little piece of debris just floating through here. But these bubbles here are inside of the Moldavite. Isn't that cool?
Wow. That one has a unique look.
It does. When we get focused. I can move and this is just some lights reflecting off. I have light in the back here to help us capture some images better. I'm gonna move around just a little bit. See what other things I can see. Turn the light up. So as it gets thicker, obviously the light comes through a little bit less. It's harder to intensify the light just a little bit. Let's turn that back down. And let's get focused.
How unique that is. Like
it is. This one has a lot of stress in it. This has a lot of high energy stress built into it, and that's what you're seeing.
Oh look, there's a chipmunk.
A chipmunk?
See the eye?
I don't see the eye. Babe.
Eye, tail, feet.
Okay. I still I don't do those raw shop tests very well, do I? You're more artistic. I see numbers. Let's move out to the end here and see what we see out here. It's a very cool piece. This piece has a lot of stress.
Wow, look at
So,
that. It's almost like a structure.
And ignore the white stuff. That's, again, my light's reflecting off of this. But there is, off the fluids.
That's blue.
Okay, I'm colorblind. But you see all the stress inside of here. So it froze when it was in this very high energy state. Actually, if I had another filter on here, you could actually see the birefringence, the physical light change due to that stress. Let me put a little more on here because
This one's really unique. I don't think I've seen one.
It is. I
have like that.
This one just has a lot of stress built into it. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool. And it has bubbles all over the place, but let me focus.
But these are
let me
very
focus a little
structural.
deeper.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, I thought you might like that. Now ignore the debris coming across there. I just put some more fluid on there. But isn't that kind of cool? So you can see all those little internal bubbles. By the way, you just can't fake this stuff like this. It's not.
Oh no.
Look at
Inside
that.
of fake ones, just no good.
Yeah, as I said, we're setting up the lab, and I boxed up my fake ones, so I don't have them here on me. Another bubble. Okay, Sandra's giving me the sign that I'm talking too much. Hey, this is your next piece that Miss Sandra's going to be creating for you. I'm sure she will take it to some place special to create it. Hope you just love it. Isn't that what you always say, babe?
Yes, hugs. It's gonna be like that somehow. You'll see.
All right.